people who are watching these episodes today, many of you all might be acquainted to the Indian classical music. As you all know, many might not be, but I'm sure each and everyone has listened Indian classical music once in their lifetime because it's very interesting to listen. Now the term rag, what is rag and how can you understand this term? And it is very essential to understand the points of rag. The term rag is a base of Indian classical music. Well, what is rag? What is the importance of rag? And other important doubts and points regarding to raga is very important to know if you want to study Indian classical music. So dear friends, today we will discuss about this term rag. Welcome you all in Music Vibes Cafe. Well, this term rag is very unique to Indian classical music and it is the backbone of music. Many people calls it raga, ragam, but it all means the same thing. Now coming back to the question arises, what is rag? Well, in the simple way, rag means melody, which is used to express a feeling. Now again a question arises, what is melody? So dear friends, melody is a ear-pleasing combination of musical notes. But mind you that rag is not a very random combination or a random melody. To understand the concept of rag, you have to understand the concept of three layers, which is very important in the formation of rag, or we can say the three steps in the formation of rag. The first is rag is a set of notes arranged in an ascending and descending order. The ascending order is called an aroho and the descending order is avroho. Now the second main point is that there have to be minimum 5 swaras or notes in ascending or descending order. It means in aroho and in avroho. Now the next main point is the number of notes in a rag. Determine what we call is the jatis of raga. First is sampurn. It means septatonic jati, rag with 7 swaras. Second is shadav, hexatonic jati, rag with 6 swaras or notes. And third is odav, pentatonic jati, rag with 5 swaras or notes. Each rag should have ascending and descending order, as you all know. And therefore, we get 9 subcategories or upjatis of rag based on the number of notes present in its aroho and avroho. First is sampurn sampurn. In this jati, rag have 7 swaras in ascending and in descending order. Second is sampurn shadav. In this jati, rag have 7 swaras in aroho and 6 swaras in avroho. Third is sampurna odav jati. In this jati, rag have 7 swaras in aroho and 5 swaras in avroho. These are the 3 upjatis of sampurn jati. Now the next jati is shadav. It means in this jati, rag have 6 swaras in aroho and 6 swaras in avroho. In next step, the jati is shadav sampurn. In this jati, rag have 6 swaras in aroho and 7 swaras in avroho. Next is shadav odav jati. In this jati, rag have 6 swaras in aroho and 5 swaras in avroho. These are the 3 upjatis of shadav jati. The next is odav. It means In this jati, rag have 5 sets of swaras. 5 sets of swaras in aroho and 5 sets of swaras in avroho. Next is Odav Sampurna Jati. In this jati, rag have 5 swaras in aroho and 7 swaras in avroho. Next is Odav Shadav Jati. It means 5 swaras in aroho and 6 swaras in avroho. So dear friends, there are many ragas in which the number of notes in aroho and avroho are not identical. There are also mixed or compound ragas. Such are known as Mishra Raga, rag that don't strictly follow the ascending and descending order of notes, are called Vakra or non-linear ragas. Rag has its own principle or mode such as tranquility, devotion, loneliness, etc. Each rag is associated according to its mood with a particular time of the day, night, or a season. For example, if we sing Megh Malhar rag, it defines the season of rain. Some ragas have evening time, some ragas has morning time, some ragas has a time with mix of evening and morning both. And there are also 3 rag bhed, types of ragas we can say it. Shuddha rag, Chhayalag rag and Sankrin rag. So firstly we can define Shuddha rag. What is Shuddha rag? The rag in which even if any note that are not presented in it are used, its nature and form doesn't change. It is Shuddha rag. Next is Chhayalag rag, the rag in which if any note that are not present in it are used, its nature and form changes. And third is Sankrin rag, the rag in which there is a combination of 2 or more than ragas. Basically, this word rag comes from Sanskrit, dear friends. Word ranj, R-A-N-J, ranj, which means to delight or to make happy and to satisfy others. Here is very necessary to clarify that not all ragas projects a happy mood. The rag we can produce various moods, or we can say ras such as Shant ras, Shringar ras, erotic ras, we can say it, Bhakti ras, devotion to God, Veer ras, bravery. A lot of ras and moods are there in ragas. So we can say the combination of rag and music, rag is a base of music, and the combination of swaras is depend on the mood, on jatis, how many swaras we are using in raga. So these points are very important in the formation of raga and to understand the concept of rag. So the relationship of ras and raga is very beautiful. These two elements are very important, and on the second hand, improvisation is also a very essential part of Indian classical music. Improvisation is an essential fortune of Indian classical music and depending upon the artist. And if you want to study about raga, then the imagination and the creativity is very important for an artist, because a great artist can communicate with his listener as he wants to speak, what do he want to tell to their listener, what he sings. So I hope all of you are relate this topic very easily. If you have any query regarding to raga and some doubts, so please comment me in comment box. Be safe, be happy, bye.